Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole with Help You Get Healthy, and I'm super excited because we have such a special guest on our show today, Laurie Hammer. Laurie is a functional nutritionist therapist and a neuronutrient specialist. Wow, Laurie, that's quite a title. Welcome in.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so excited. Um, I have known Laurie for some time now, and first of all, she's just such an authentic person. I just want everybody to know she's so authentic, she's so true, and she has such a passion for helping people.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
tell us a little bit about what is a functional nutritional therapist.
So, we basically work with the body from head to toe and look for anything that might be a disruption in your nutrition, in your blood work, in your testing, that is affecting anything from head to toe so that we can do a whole body assessment on nutrition with you.
Awesome. And I know you have a program called Through the Calm Mom Method.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what the Calm Mom Method is. I love the name of that. So tell us a little bit about what that is and why you started that.
Yeah, well, I started it because in my story, I am the calm mom. So I use amino acid therapy to calm down the brain in order for us to function well just in everyday life. And so the amino acid therapy actually saved my life when I was struggling with anxiety, depression. And this was back in my early 20s. And it calmed my brain. And so that's why I do the Calm Mom, because I mainly work with moms who have anxiety, depression, hormone disruption, those types of things. And my philosophy is it's always brain first. So when we calm down the brain, when we use targeted nutrition, targeted amino acids for very specific neurotransmitters and chemicals in the brain, then everything below the neck gets a lot easier to deal with, and you're more compliant. It's not as stressful. And we just have to say, right, when the brain is happy, lots of other things are happy in life.
And how long have you been doing amino, especially with moms? How long have you been doing this?
Yeah, so officially about 15 years. Unofficially longer than that because I started using amino acid therapy in 1996 on myself. And then I felt so good, it saved my life that I just started sharing that with everybody I knew.
I don't even think you were born in 1996.
I am 51, Nicole, but thank
And
you.
you look amazing. You look
Thank you.
absolutely
It's the
amazing.
amino acids. It
I
is.
was
It's the
just
amino
say,
acids.
is it the amino acids? Do you feel like the amino acids has made such a difference in your skin, your hair, your nails, your overall health as well?
Oh, absolutely. Because you need amino acids for absolutely everything from your skin, your hair, your nails, your digestive enzymes, your hormones. I mean, everything in your body is reliant upon amino acids for regeneration and building. So it's key to everything.
And our body makes amino acids
Mhm.
naturally. So how do we know if our body needs more amino acids?
So when I'm dealing with brain health, so anxiety, depression, OCD, you name it, neurological disorders, I use specific testing for one, and then very specific forms that it's a questionnaire I use to determine what amino acids we need to start with. And then we kind of move on from there. So I have 5 different categories I work with. So it is serotonin category, which is like the sunshine in your brain. So that makes us feel happy, good. There's endorphins, and that is like our inner joy. So we just feel yummy, we feel good, we just have this really good feeling. Then there's a catecholamine, which is a really long word, but basically that's our drive. That's our energy neurotransmitter in our brain. And so we work with that. And then it's the GABA center, and that's where we get to take a deep breath and just let it out. And that helps us to respond to stress appropriately. So there's lots of times life has stress. It's not going to stop, right? But how well do we respond to that? And that's a really key component there. And then the fifth is just glucose regulation. And that helps us to feel really grounded in the brain. So I use specific amino acids for that as well.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So you've been doing this for over 15 years. You have your own story, which I absolutely love your story. Um, what is one of the things that you're looking forward to doing with amino acids in the near
I want
future?
to take it to the masses. I want every mom in America and across the world to be calm. Because if the mom is calm and she feels good, grounded, happy, joyful, focused, then that's a ripple effect out to the family. And then when the family feels that way, then it affects, your local community. When your local community affect, it's just like this ripple effect. And so I love to start with the moms because we are the heart of the home. And so, I mean, it is, if mom's not happy, it ripples out to even the dog, the cat, it just, not that we want it to be that way, but that's just the way it is because everybody really just depends on us being that heart of the home. And so I want the heart of the home to be as healthy and happy and joyful as possible. And that's my goal.
I love that. And what about the husbands? So oftentimes we hear husbands will say, happy wife, happy life, right? So it kind of goes in that same category
Yeah, it
of,
does. I mean, it makes your relationship better with your husband. And I do work with husbands too. I love working with couples. That is my favorite thing, is like when the wife is like, the husband's like, oh, I think I'll come into the appointment now too, And so then they're both balanced and grounded and joyful and happy. And that's a huge ripple effect. But yeah, I mean, I've had husbands call me during the appointments and say, thank you. Thank you for, helping to balance my wife because that's not who she was. The way she was acting and responding was not the woman that I married and not, the mom that I know she wants to be to our kids. And so thank you for helping her with that. And it's life-changing.
I think one of the things I've always said is we are not our behaviors because behaviors
Right.
can change. And I
Yes.
think that's an important thing that people realize that we're not our behaviors. Sometimes we say or do things that really, it's not that we don't mean them, it's just not who we are, right?
Right.
So
Right.
does this help with the amino acids? Does it help with that? Bring you
It
back to center?
does. Yeah, it does. Because when your brain is balanced and you're like, oh, this is who I am. This is what I can say. You kind of find that inner voice again. You find that inner drive. You just respond to life differently.
Yeah. And how about kids? So we talked about mom, dads. What about the kids?
Oh, I
Kids,
love working with kiddos.
grandkids.
Yeah, yeah. Kids, I mean, their brain needs to be balanced. We have such an issue in our food system in the country with different medications and vaccinations and stuff that really cause a lot of neurological inflammation in our kids, and they need a lot of help. And so the amino acids, work great for kiddos. They're definitely doable. I also work with diet changes and, all sorts of things.
Yeah. Do you think diet plays a big important role even in like when kids are going to school and they're focusing at school, the actual diets that we eat? Do you think that makes a big difference with the kids in school?
100% of the time. Diet
Yeah.
is always foundation. It's not, we're in a place now in society and in history where you can't get completely well with a good diet, but you also can't get well without a good diet, right? So diet's always foundational. So you have to change your diet and you have to change what your kids are eating in order for them to get healthy.
I love this. I absolutely love this. So if you want to know, and Lori and I are going to continue this conversation a little bit more, but if they were just to hop on real quick and look for your website, what would it be?
LaurieHammer.com.
Awesome. So Lori and I are going to continue this conversation, and we're going to delve a little bit more into the Calm Mom method. We're going to talk a little bit more about what those specific amino acids do in those 5 different categories. And in the meantime, hop onto our website, check it out. And Lori has a lot of things that are up and coming, so you'll hear about those soon.
Yes, I
Thank
do.
you so much, Lori. I can't wait to continue this conversation.
Awesome. Thanks, Nicole. I appreciate being here.